Well, it's a 6x12. It was a used trailer. It has a V-nose, so it's 14 length with V-nose. It was 16 years old when we bought it. It was an old, what was it? Lawn maintenance camper. So we took it down to the metal. I built about 95% of it myself while he's been working.
Yeah.
So, but we just stripped it down and started all over, and we love it. It's our little home away from home.
All right, everybody, I'm standing here with Susan and Kenny, and over there is Riley. Hi, Riley. And anyway, they showed up here at the campground, and remind me of this, but y'all don't live very far from here.
About 35 miles away.
Yeah. Oh, Riley had to come up and see me. Hi, Riley. But he's looking at Mom and Dad instead of me. But and we're tickled to death that you came, and we're now going to take an opportunity to show your trailer. But before we get started, you have your own YouTube channel, is that correct? And what's the name of it?
It's called So Fun Homestead, S-E-W Fun Homestead.
So Fun Homestead,
Yes.
and so is spelled S-E-W.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And it's mainly about adventuring in the trailer and in van life.
Okay. Yeah, because we might cover that at another time, but you've also set up your van there, to travel in it too as well.
Yep.
But what we're going to focus on today, of course, is your trailer. Now, first, before we get started doing the quick walk around, give us the basics on it, the size of it, the height of it.
Okay.
If you happen to know what the weight of it is, that would
Yes.
be helpful too.
Well, it's a 6x12. It was a used trailer. It has a V-nose, so it's 14 length with V-nose. It was 16 years old when we bought it. It was an old, what was it? Lawn maintenance camper. So we took it down to the metal. I built about 95% of it myself while he's been working.
Yeah.
So, but we just stripped it down and started all over, and we love it. It's our little home away from home.
There you go. Now, you even repainted it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell us how you went about that.
Well, it was really worn. I mean, the paint was almost worn off of it. It was originally white. It had decals that had been on it and were kind of stripped off. And I sanded the residue of that off, and I wiped it all down with denatured alcohol. And then I got a very good exterior latex paint, and I actually foam rolled it because I thought if it doesn't work, I got to paint it anyway, so I might as well give it a shot. And it's been 2.5 years, and it's still
it looks
looking
great.
good.
It looks great. And then, of course, you added these decals yourself.
Yes,
a little
I got
bit
these
later.
decals. I think I ordered them from Etsy. And one day at a campground, I just put them on, and they've been on ever since.
Now, tell us about your awning up here.
Okay, this is a half umbrella, and I ordered it from Amazon, and I really like it. It's just easier to pop up, and then that way the door's covered. We do have another awning that we will sometimes put on, but I think this is cute.
Yeah, well, I do too. I do too, and the color being blue really goes
Yes,
with your
yes,
graphics
because
here
you
as
see I
well.
have a theme going here,
Yeah.
my rug, my chairs.
Now, did we mention the height of it when you were giving
It's
us the
6 foot high,
Okay.
which is a little bit of an issue for us because he's 6'2",
Yeah.
but he doesn't have the best posture. So,
Thanks.
but he's okay. He's not bumping his head inside.
I like the way my feet look.
Okay.
It works pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I don't notice it that much that the height is there. She did do a real good job of trying to keep from bringing the ceiling down too
Yeah.
far inside the trailer.
Sure.
I
because
double
of that.
insulated it, and I was going to do tongue and groove on the ceiling, but I decided to go with like a 1/4-inch hardwood just to give him some more headroom. But we did weigh it this time before we came. We hadn't weighed it before because we tow it with the minivan, which only tows 3,500 pounds. And I wanted to stay under 3,000. And we've been guessing because we've taken this all the way to Michigan and back and never had any problem. But we weighed it yesterday, and we're at 2640.
2640.
So we're under 3,000,
Yeah.
and that's fully loaded. We have water and all of our gear, the kayak, everything is in it. So
Awesome.
I'm kind of happy about that.
Awesome. Well, can we walk around here to the back and
Absolutely.
take a look at the garage and everything?
A lot of times we'll put blocks under here and use it like a deck. But I finished out the inside with beadboard, which you can't really see because we have it really loaded right now. But I carry my blow-up kayak. We bring zero gravity chairs, a fence for Riley. And then this screen, which you'll be able to see better from the inside, I didn't like seeing the spring at the top and on the sides. So I built a faux, kind of like a frame, and then I keep the shears here for looks, but also it keeps the bugs out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it works really good.
And our spare tire is
And our
stored
spare
in there,
tire
too,
is in
as
here
well.
too.
Somewhere. So you have
Yeah.
to move it.
We have to move the kayak.
It's right
Oh,
behind
We
that's
the
plan on
bad.
not having a flat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. All righty.
And the goal of this camper for us was simple. We didn't want systems, so we don't have a black tank, we don't have a gray tank. We have portable gray tank, and we have a porta potty. We just wanted it simple because I bring it by myself a lot, and the less I have to hook up, the better.
I understand.
Yeah.
I
So the other thing that we, whoa,
Be careful.
We forgot to put our noodles
yeah, we
on.
usually keep a pull noodle on that thing so it's more visible. There you go.
You got
Yeah.
our
So you cut a slit in the side, and
Yeah. Yeah, we do that with our the tie downs on our pop-ups and stuff. Yeah, Riley, you saw that dog go by, didn't you? Yeah, he's all right.
And then
What is it?
the only other thing we've added exterior, well, we got new tires. We upgraded to the best tires we have, especially since it's a single axle. We didn't want to take a chance of a blowout on the road. And then we added a shore power
Riley.
thingy, whatever that is.
Yeah. Power inlet now.
Yeah, that thingy.
That for a 20 amp?
Yeah. No, it's
15
15,
technically.
yeah.
Technically 15.
Yeah. And then we went ahead. We were kind of in a hurry. I had 3 different air conditioners. I was going to do a portable room air conditioner, and I actually bought it, but it took up a lot of room. It's as big as a refrigerator. And then I was going to build a slide out where you use one of these air conditioners, but you pull it in and then you push it back out. Finally, I'm just like, I'm putting a hole in the in the wall, and we're putting that up, and if it breaks, it's $150. We'll get a new one.
Sure. Yeah.
We also, I put the windows in myself.
Okay.
So it came with, obviously no windows because it was a cargo van, but
Now-
I put 2 windows in.
Okay, and it looks like they fit between
They
the,
do.
the metal studs.
They do.
right?
I
Yeah.
actually bought a double size one that's an egress, is an egress window. But we ran out of time, so I ended up just putting them between the beams. But I may add a double to the other side
Okay.
at some point.
All righty.
So, and then Kenny says he bought this electric hitch for me, but it's really for him because he got tired of doing this.
I know exactly what he's talking about. Believe me, I really, really
Money,
do.
Yeah,
money,
it is
money
nice.
well spent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is nice. And then it's got a short hitch, which we don't like, but I got a extender
Okay.
to make it a little bit longer.
Does that seem to make it tow a little easier going down
Much
the road?
easier, especially backing up.
Okay.
Yeah, backing up.
I can see
and then,
that.
like, I can open this all the way
Sure.
because of the extender. So
There you
that's
go.
great.
There you go. Now that tongue jack looks like it's a Harbor Freight
Yes.
tongue jack. It's probably the 3,500 pound version, and
Yes.
we have exactly the same tongue jack
Oh, really?
on our big trailer.
Oh, wow.
And it works fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure enough.
Yeah, it looks great.
All right. Anything else you want to show us here on the outside?
Nope.
All right. Are you ready to go
Yes.
inside?
Yes.
Okay, let's go around and go
All right.
inside. All right.
So one of my favorite additions is this screen that I got on Amazon, of course, and I had to hem it a little bit, but it fits great, and it's a heavy-duty one. It's not one of the cheapy ones, and these automatically close really good. And then if you want to keep them open, they just stick to the outside
Aha.
like that. But I really like that.
Nice. Nice.
So
Are you
come-
going in too, Kenny? Or are you
No,
going?
I'm going to stay out
Oh,
here.
okay. All right. Mighty fine. Mighty fine. I'm going to shoot most of this from the door, and I'll step
Okay.
in here in just a little bit. We'll
First,
get
I
ready.
want to tell you about well, this is my kitchen. I originally was going to try to put the kitchen in the V-nose, but I decided I'd rather have the bathroom back there and have a little bit of privacy. So I offset the wall. I put this wall a little more forward than that wall.
Let me step in here so I can get it a little bit better.
So I added this circular curtain in here just so I have a little privacy, because that's my potty's over there.
Let me get a shot of that right quick. Right there.
Yeah, just my porta potty. And then back here, I have a little triangle, and you know, in a space like this, every bit is important. So this is kind of our bathroom storage
Alrighty.
cabinet.
Mighty fine.
Yeah, it works great.
Yeah.
And then I added a sink, and this is just I think it's a 15-inch bar sink, and we have the the battery-operated pump sink. And then underneath, and I'm going to eventually build a cabinet, but I haven't gotten to that yet. So underneath, we have a 5-gallon water tank that we fill up with filtered water when we come. And then I just carry this out if I need to empty the tank. And then we have like a little food storage in there. And then on this side, we bring a convection oven and a microwave with us.
Okay.
So I haven't figured out how I'm going to build that out yet. That's why I'm waiting, but it'll tell me. And then I'll probably build a cabinet up here too. And that's why we added this, because we knew we were going to eventually build a cabinet. And then my curtains, I just made like a quilted. This is quilted, so it insulates really well. And then I just roll it up and tie it. Or sometimes if I only went it part of the way, I just put a clippy there and hold it.
That works well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Sure enough.
And then I wanted hooks over here, but sometimes we're both clumsy, and I didn't want anything that we could hurt ourselves on. So I got these because they're not sharp and we don't have to bump ourselves.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good
if you
idea.
bump it, it's not going to cut you at least.
Sure.
So.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then as far as the lighting goes, I was originally wanting recessed lights, but we never figured out the electrical part of this. So these are just battery operated puck lights. I do have a remote. I can turn them all off and on at this, with the remote. And they work great.
I just want to mention something for the viewers. In the view screen here, I see where it looks like these lights are flickering. And I want the viewers to know that they're really not flickering. It has to do with the frame rate that the camera is shooting. But they are not flickering. They glow steady. So I just want to make sure they knew that. Okay, mighty fine.
And then for heat, because the air conditioner, it's a 16,000 watt or 16,000 BTU. 6,000 BTU, but it doesn't have heat. But I have this portable fireplace that I bring with me in my van when I camp in my van and in here, and it heats it up fine.
Okay, and it's electric, I assume?
It's an electric, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you happen to know, have you ever got a reading on how many watts it draws?
On low, it's less than 500.
Okay.
Because I can run it off my EcoFlow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I wouldn't run it on high unless I was on shore power, but on low, it runs 500 watts.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool,
It
and in a
actually
smaller
looks like a fireplace.
And it's really cute too. It's not plugged in right now, but you can light it up with or without the heat. So if you just want some ambiance and not the heat, you can do that too.
Okay.
And then we have shore power hooked up here, and then we also keep our battery banks down here. And so I mounted this just so I can have a place to plug everything into.
Okay.
All
right.
right. You want to change sides?
Yeah. Let me get over here.
Okay. So my bed, I built this with the idea of how I would build a high top van if I had one. And so my bed is kind of high, but I did that so that Riley could have his own room down here. I would have storage over here, and then over here is where we keep the battery banks. And so what we do is if I need to step up, I just step up on the bench and get in the bed. We have this for clothes and extra storage. And then this refrigerator it's a refrigerator freezer, so it's both at the same time, and it's 15 liters, but it's also pretty heavy. So if we want to sit down and eat, I have a board. I didn't bring it with me this time, but we pull this out, and then one of us, it sits like right here. So one of us will sit here and one of us will sit here. But honestly, we usually eat in bed and watch TV.
And that's what we do too.
Because we do that at home. We sit in the recliners and watch TV because we're empty nesters and we can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the bed is a 6-inch mattress. It's actually a trifold mattress, and I had to cut 4 inches off the end to get it to fit. It's a double. And so it's a little tight for Kenny because he's 6'2", but he just bends his knees a little bit. And I'm 5'3", so it's perfect for me.
Yeah.
And then we got this TV when we were going to Michigan, and it's on a swivel. And that has been really, really nice.
Yeah, and that's about a 24 maybe or bigger.
Is it 24?
I can't remember for sure.
It's
a small
It's little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's.
But it's perfect for this.
Oh yeah, absolutely perfect for that.
Yeah.
You betcha.
And then my back frame that I built, it's actually covered with quilt batting and fabric. And what's nice about that is I can put pins or clippies, cubicle clips and stuff. And so I decorate it for the holidays. Like I'll put Christmas decorations up there if it's Christmas, or floral stuff for spring and everything. I'm kind of into decorating my
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have these, which is really great. We get rid of them when it's time to sleep, but they're really nice to just sit up and watch TV and hang out.
For sure.
And of course we have a Max Air fan. It's the deluxe one, the one that closes when it rains. You know, it has a sensor and knows when to close.
Okay.
But that's about it.
That's about it.
It's short and simple, but it works for us.
And that's all that matters, and we say that all the time, as
Yeah.
you probably well know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this thing's cool.
Thank
it really
you.
is.
Oh, and then let me show you this. Because Riley goes with us everywhere. I did get this, it's actually a baby gate, and it hooks on here. So we don't have to like carry a gate with us, but it keeps him from jumping out, but he can still look out.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like today, the weather is so nice, you just want to have
Oh, it's a beautiful
everything
day.
open.
We've been waiting for this for the last month and a half.
Yeah.
This kind of weather for sure today. All right, why don't we step back outside and we'll say goodbye to everybody. Well, Susan and Kenny, and it was Susan, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You know, when we have these kind of events, I kind of
A lot
start
of
forgetting
names.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, Susan, Kenny, and Riley, thank you for so much for taking the time to show us your creation here. It's really, really neat the way you've got it set up, and it's what works for you, and
we
that's
love
all that
it.
matters. And you love it.
We love it.
And yeah, and I'm sure as time goes on, you'll continue to make a few improvements here and there.
Yes.
We always do that,
Yes.
don't we?
Yes.
But
And if we ever get a different tow vehicle, we'll probably, get something a little bigger. But because we're towing it with the van, it's perfect for us. So.
You bet. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure enough. So anyway, we're going to say goodbye now. I've got a few more to do today before it's all said and done. But this is Bill and Susan and Kenny and Riley saying, we're not camping.
We are living.
Oh, awesome. You remember. Thank you so much. Bye-bye now.
Bye.